I think so, you know, the joke's been like fucking, oh, they're doing a football game during a Kendrick show or the Kendrick concert, pretty much. While I do that and I'm late to the party, I guess I'm doing this since this is the mukbang podcast. I'm doing this with some fucking what were these ones again? Oh yeah, Popeyes ghost pepper wings. They were on sale. Oh, do wings go on sale? There was a deal at Popeyes because, you know, I'm a fat fuck. I got the app. It was 12 wings, $10. I got this in the spicy, sweet and spicy, something like that wings. Pretty good. Not boneless. I got bones in both paws. So this one's going to have the bone in two. Yeah, I mean, the first batch was good. I've had that before, but I'm having the ghost pepper for the first time now. You know, while being a fat fuck, I'm also trying to be a skinny bitch. These were the ones that had the lowest calorie, according to the app, at least. So I'm taking Popeyes at their words, according to their app. So let's see what these ghost pepper wings taste like. Again, whole point of this is just to talk while I eat. So, you know, don't let your mother watch, especially if, you know, she's Spanish. She's going to judge me and you for watching me eat while I talk. Shout out to Franny P. Yes, mustard. I actually just finished the spicy mustard before this one, so yeah. And, yeah. So far, so good. I barely taste the spice, but pretty good. And this one had, what's this one? This is with the blackened ranch, the diversified DEI hired ranch, because it's blackened. So I'm sure Obama's going to be proud of me if he sees this. So the halftime show, right? Again, the only thing I was looking forward to with tonight being the Super Bowl and such, I'm not into sports, if you count it wrestling, but I stopped watching that years ago. I just keep time for the bitches. That's really it. I was looking forward to it, and now after having watched the halftime show featuring or headlined by Kendrick Lamar, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, but I should have known better as far as what to expect. Because now it's just dawning upon me that there's a reason why he's more catered to the hip-hop crowd than he would be for the mainstream. And Drake is more for the mainstream just because you go through the songs he did throughout the whole thing now, they're really not TV friendly. A lot of self-censoring, a lot of just, you know, having to remind himself cue points to be like, oh, don't say this. And of course, the highlight would have been, obviously, what I was looking forward to, what everybody else was looking forward to, was him calling Drake a pedophile on live national TV. I was watching through Tubi, but shout out to Tubi for being absolutely free and broadcasting it. And he didn't do it. He said, certified lover boy, certified, which I get it. Because as he mentioned before going into the first verse of Not Like Us, I want to do it the favorite song, but you know how they love the suit kind of thing. I get it with him not going that route and not risking a lawsuit, even though I think at this point he has a whole label backing him up to, like, let's say, pay Drake outside of court if he would have gone through with it. But I'm sure the NFL, if Jay-Z was involved, if everybody else too was involved, they all said, do not, by any circumstances, say that word. Don't call him a PDF file. Just say, improvise whatever instead of the word, and then we won't have to deal with the headache afterwards of accusing or calling another man on national TV a PDF file. Which, we don't know if he is. And a reminder, that's in the middle of a beef between the two, where he just flat out played absolutely dirty and called him like the worst thing possible. Probably worse than just actually abusing him or hitting him physically at any point. Is just calling him that then, because then people are looking at Drake sideways like, you are light-skinned, you are up to that funny stuff, who knows, maybe you're into that. And of course, remember, Pusha had to expose the fact that he had a kid to begin with, which makes you wonder, was he going to deny the kid and his existence entirely, referring to Adonis, or would he have actually brought him up like when he's a teenager and then like he's rapping too, or he's playing basketball and that's Drake's son eventually. So it's a lot to question about Drake, period. I'm not a Drake fan. I'm not saying that as like, oh, I hate the Kendrick Lamar halftime show because I'm a Drake fan. No, I'm kind of I have no inclination towards Drake. Some songs like catchy, all right, but it's whatever with Drake. If you like Kendrick Lamar, it was good. If you are a casual viewer, it was bland. Yeah, and that's why I put up here in the cover art. Thank you again, Franny, for pointing that out. One of my favorite comedians, Theo Vaughn, pointing out on his tweet, boring halftime show, which respectfully I gotta disagree. It wasn't boring, but yeah, exactly like Franny said right now. If you're a Kendrick fan, absolutely right up your alley, cater to you. But again, because of the self-censoring, and I respect the fact he did it, but it looked like he was kind of still improvising it at most points. Like, shit, I'm live. I got to remember. I got to stop myself and like mentally remind myself to not say this, not say that, not say, the N word and ass and hoe, whatever. And the string of songs he chose, it pointed out to me that it'd be great to see Kendrick in concert, because I'm sure he's like fully involved with the theatrics and the schematics of the show itself and the stage setup and all that. But yeah, this wasn't the right thing to do on a national stage like this. It didn't make... I think the idea of it really sold me on it more than anything, but the execution of it ultimately wasn't worthwhile. And that's unfortunate, because I don't think he's going to suffer either way from this. It's like he's going to probably get some white folks that did tap their feet to it and shit. And just like they were pointing out, Rihanna a couple years ago, Usher last year, their Spotify like streaming numbers went up like by 500 something percent. So I think he'll do just fine. Maybe he won't spike like 500% listenership on Spotify, but I think he won some new fans over. The production sounded really good, so that's also a point for him. Like the production of the songs he played, I'm sure definitely people were tapping their feet to it, but like they were tuned out and they were probably confused. Like, what is he trying to say? What did he say in the song versus what he tried to not to say here on a live stage and for the people? And also, again, we only got the first verse of Not Like Us. He didn't say the thing we were hoping he would have said to kind of seal the deal with the beef. But yeah, I think a lot of people pointed out too, hopefully this is it. Like, there's no bigger stage of pettiness than this right now. You got called, well, you didn't get called a pedophile on national TV, but he embarrassed you and used a song that was a #1 chart topper of all things at this song to your disadvantage to point out how much of a bitch you look like now because you got dissed and, well, he's on top right now. I just finished a week of watching all Super Bowl performances. It's hard to compare them with theatrics other than others have done. The No Lie Band bumped me out. I'm kind of alright with the No Lie Band. I'm not a fan of live bands for hip-hop. Nothing against the Roots, of course. They're great. And I'm sure they do well enough, but I'm alright with just letting the Ghost Pepper kicking in. I'm alright with letting the original beat and or production speak for itself. I'd much rather have that than a live band going crazy or doing its thing. It doesn't always translate well for me. My opinion, of course. I got nothing against live bands, they do their thing. I love hearing their original stuff, but I hate hearing live band covers of hip-hop shit. Like that one year, I think the last year they did Hip Hop Honors on VH1, which was, I think, the Roots, doing all the live band version covers of fucking, whatever hip-hop hits they did. None of them really hit for me. They didn't do it for me. They told him to turn his... yeah, they definitely turned... Someone definitely had to tell Drake to turn his TV off because he was watching, like, biting his nails, sitting on the edge of his sofa, like one hand, his nails in his mouth, the other hand, like, covering Adonis's eyes and ears at the same time. He's like, no, Adonis, don't listen. It's not true. Not about your daddy. Pause. But, it would be cool to find out somehow, some way, Drake's live reaction somehow, if we can. The whole debacle, the spectacle. Wow, he used to come to all shows. No, I'm fine. No, I mean, come on, I fuck with Afro. You doing your thing for Brendan, of course, man. You don't get me wrong, but I'm saying you're doing shit at least that was catered for a band. Like, my point is, I don't hate, but I'm not a fan of hearing like original established hip hop songs like that played by a band afterwards. Some sounds alright, but not all of them. For me, again, my ear, I'm an old fuck, so what do I know? They don't always, like, translate well into live bands. I love hearing live band play their original shit, or their own shit. But yeah, I mean, also, you know, another tweet I saw, which, unnecessary tweet, honestly. You know, I love Theo Von, he's hilarious. He's probably got the best Trump interview of all time. Boring halftime show. Yeah, again, if you're not a Kendrick fan, I see your point in that. And then the other one that caught me off guard was, of all people, Ben Stiller. Best halftime show ever. So, you know, you got both sides of the coin right there. Ben Stiller, I respect him. He's funny. I love most of his shit. You know, I love to work with him, obviously, someday, but shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? You're just fucking all about the diversity and having a rapper do his thing at the fucking Super Bowl halftime show stage. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. Unless Ben Stiller's a hip-hop head like that, I don't know if he's ever proven that at all. If he is, great. If he's not, then yeah, shut the fuck up. We don't need to hear from you. Just keep making your shows, which are great. You know, do your thing every once in a while, the comedy movie or something, but otherwise it's like you're just playing into the fucking diversity of it all. Samuel L. Jackson, of course, doing his thing. Someone posted a meme of him looking like Apollo Creed in Rocky IV before he got killed by Drago in the whole American flag outfit and shit. So yeah, close enough. But I like Samuel L. doing that. That was a really cool touch. Is that the first time ever for the Super Bowl halftime show, like a Hollywood A-lister like that's ever showed up at all? Who knows? And if any of you saying out there J-Lo counts, fuck you. No, she doesn't. She's not A-list nothing. That ass is A-list. She's C-list at best, D-list, doing her a courtesy enough to list her any sort of letter grade with her acting. Because if we had to give her acting a letter, it'd be fucking Z at the absolute bottom of the fucking barrel of the trash bin. Yeah, we brought up too much censoring. And also, the great part was the whole stadium piling on to do the A minor part at the very end. That was crazy to hear. So that means the song was popular enough and charted the tops, rightfully so, for everybody, you know, of whatever color, white, black, you know, in between, whatever, to cue in on that point. So that was great to hear. That was great to see. The whole fucking stadium worth of people just chanting A minor along with the man himself. That's crazy. Even though we didn't get him calling Drake a PDF file. We was robbed of that shit. But I'm not entirely mad. I am mad I'm almost done with these ghost pepper wings with the DEI hired blackened ranch. You know, because it's still ranch, but they added like a little bit, if you could see that, like a little bit of orange. So that's kind of like a biracial little white ranch there with a couple of specks of black. So they peppered it in, literally, to give us some spice. It's not really spicy. It's ghost pepper. You'd think it's spicy. I'm not trying to be hot ones out here with Sean Evans or nothing, but, you know, I like spice, but this barely has anything. Good wings, though. Not bad. These Popeye wings, I got a co-sign them. They're pretty good. The variety of flavors, I go with the sweet and spicy. That's my favorite one. But I tried these for the first time now, the ghost pepper ones. Not bad. Would I do them again? Yeah, probably. They're not too spicy. I'm kind of mad at that. And I'm also mad that Kendrick didn't get spicy enough to call Drake a pedophile. Live on the NFL halftime show stage, you know, which happened to feature a football game. I think, what was it, the Chiefs and Eagles? Shows you how much I know about sports. Not much. I don't care. It's all right. Yeah. Overall, out of a 10, if I had to give this a score, this halftime show, Kendrick Lamar headlined the halftime shows. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar headlining the half. Oh my God, why can't I fucking speak right now? Kendrick Lamar headlining the halftime show for the NFL. If I had to give it a grade, out of a 10, let's say. There's a bias because I'm a Kendrick fan, as I'm sure a lot of you out there are. I'll say like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Just because the production of the songs he chose speak for themselves. You know, some shit from the new album, GNX. Then some string of hits. Scissor was a nice touch too. Always great to look at Scissor. I mean, for obvious reason. But I go with like I'm kind of stuck between 6.5 and a 7, only because I think he didn't belong on the stage. Not that it was bad. I didn't like the Usher one last year so much. Even though I do like Usher, I didn't love it so much. It sounded like a little too awkward for the halftime show of all things. This was a little better. A lot of self-censoring, which sucks because it makes you realize shit. A lot of his shit ain't really made for like mainstream, like listening like that. It's sort of made for the fans. I'll go 6.5 out of 10. Not the most memorable, but not bad. I don't think it was the smartest choice. I think they just did it literally because it was topping the charts like it did for so long, and of all things, I guess by default you gotta call Not Like Us the greatest diss song of all time, not because of its subject matter so much, which isn't bad. You know, it was a catchy beat. He did shit on Drake, and he, I guess, unofficially won the beef with that one, but it's the only one to top the charts like that, and to be played like on pop radio, Z100, I've heard it on, you know, just about everywhere else possible, so kudos to that. Kudos to K-Dot. Again, to me, not the best halftime show I've seen. I still think the best one, at least in most recent times or in my lifetime, that I've sat down to witness and purposely watch, was definitely Prince's, rest in peace Prince, his halftime show back however long ago that was. When it rained on cue with Purple Rain, or if they made it rain in the stadium, it doesn't fucking matter. It was beautiful and it was a spectacle. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I did like these though. These are a good highlight. The ghost pepper wings from Popeyes. All right, that's it for me tonight. This was an emergency broadcast of FAT-urdays, where, you know, I emphasize the one day a week, usually Saturdays, where I openly admit to being fat. A fat fuck at heart. Hopefully my heart isn't full of cholesterol. I have lost some weight. I'm on the keto diet. I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm doing as best as I can with both throughout the week so that I can earn my FAT-urdays.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.